Hello and welcome to Round 4 Flicks. In this video, we will discuss the top 10 best and lesser-known action movies to give action fans something new to see. Here is a brand new list of underrated, classic and contemporary action movies that you should watch. We won't list any popular or commonly recommended movies because you might already be familiar with them. If you think we missed any underrated movies that should get more attention, please leave a comment. Let's now begin the video. Number 10. Wheelman. Jeremy Rush is the director of this crime thriller action movie. The story centers on Wheelman, a driver who has worked for mobsters to pay back a loan. When he is selected to drive the stolen car in a bank robbery, he is unable to reach his contact, and instead receives a call from an unidentified person telling him to deliver the stolen money to him, shortly after he learns that he has been duped, and spends the night trying to save his family from a group that wants the money looted from the bank. Now with a car full of cash and no idea who framed him, he must solve the mystery before time runs out. Wheelman offers fantastic car chase scenes and a great balance of thrills and action. Number 9. Wrath of Man. Guy Ritchie is the director of this heist action thriller movie. It is mainly based on the 2004 French movie Cash Truck. The plot revolves around the mysterious Patrick Hill, a new Fortico security armored truck guard who just about completes his training and has a contentious connection with his co-workers. However, the real action begins when he astounds his co-workers by utilizing his precision ability to stop a heist and save his partner's life. After witnessing his skill, the gang is left wondering who he is and where he came from. Patrick has a murky past and a secret purpose that becomes clear as he makes drastic and fatal efforts to settle a score. So in essence, he has come to exact his revenge. It's an action movie with Jason Statham in it. What else do we require? He's a great action star, and it's entertaining to see him in a movie with lots of action. Number 8. Immortals. Tarsum Singh is the director of this fantasy action movie. King Hyperion declares war on humanity at the beginning of the movie. His savage army marches through Greece, burning villages and leaving dead civilians in its wake in search of the legendary Epispo, a weapon of unmatched power created in the heavens by Ares. In order to free the Titans who have been imprisoned within the walls of Mount Tartaros since the time of the ancients, and who are eagerly anticipating retribution, Hyperion must find the long-lost bow of Epirus. However, using this invincible weapon would mean the destruction of the gods and the end of humanity because according to ancient rules, gods are not allowed to intervene in human conflicts. The main character of the story is a mortal named Theseus who is chosen by Zeus to lead the fight against the evil King Hyperion and his forces as they rampage over Greece in search of a weapon that can wipe out all of humanity. Overall, the movie is superb, featuring excellent cinematography, amazing action sequences, and a compelling plot. Try this one if you enjoy Greek mythology films and want to watch some exciting action. Number 7. Speed. Jan de Bone is the director of this action thriller film. The plot revolves around Los Angeles police officer Jack, who annoys former bomb squad member Howard Payne by thwarting his attempt to take hostages as retaliation. Payne implants a bus with an explosive that will blow up if the speed drops below 50 miles per hour. Jack and his sidekick Harry have to team up with feisty bus rider Annie to try to save the passengers before the bomb goes off while also trying to discover out how Payne is observing them. It's safe to claim that it ranks among the best action movies ever made since it is the most suspenseful suspense action movie that I have ever seen. The non-stop action keeps you on the tip of your seat. Number 6. Collateral. Michael Mann is the director of this action thriller film. The story revolves around Los Angeles cab driver Max Duracker and his passenger Vincent. It seems like a simple story, but the plot takes an unexpected turn when Max accepts Vincent's high-fare offer to drive him to many sites. However, Max's situation gets worse when he learns that Vincent is a hitman on a contract-killing rampage who has been giving him instructions to travel from target to mark until the last witness to a crime is killed. To avoid becoming the newest victim of the Vincent killing rampage, the cabbie must stop the murderer from killing his final witnesses as he learns the truth. I'm guessing that most of you have already watched this movie, but if you're one of the few who haven't, I strongly suggest that you add it to your watch list since it is a classic action movie at its best. Number 5. 13 Assassins. Takashi Miike is the director of this action-adventure samurai film. It is a remake of Aichi Kudo's 1963 historical drama film 13 Assassins. The story takes place in 1844, when the imperils a chunk of feudal Japan by ruthless Lord Naritsugu Matsudaira, who along with his half-brother the shogun, is becoming more powerful and influential politically. The primary plot follows Shinzaemon Shimada, a leader of assassins in 19th century Japan on a mission to eliminate evil ruler Naritsugu Matsudaira, who is wreaking havoc on his own people. Shimada selects the top 13 samurai in Japan and, in an effort to abolish injustice, creates a trap for Lord Naritsugu and his 200-man army of samurai. This movie will have you on the edge of your seat with its gripping tale and thrilling 45-minute fight scene featuring 200 samurai. Number 4. Sicario. Denis Villeneuve is the director of this American action thriller film. The story centers on the hopeful FBI agent Kate Macer, who is recruited by an unidentified government official named Matt Graver and appointed on a high-level mission. Kate joins a task force to battle the expanding drug war and depose the brutal and strong leader of a Mexican drug cartel. The team, led by the intense and enigmatic Alejandro, moves back and forth across the Mexican-American border while using one cartel boss to lure out a more powerful one. Overall, it is a gritty action thriller with a compelling plot and visually stunning cinematography that immediately grabs your attention. Number 3. Hell or High Water. David Mackenzie is the director of this neo-Western action thriller movie. The movie is set in Texas and centers on an unemployed man named Toby Howard who is on the verge of losing his farm to a Texas Midlands bank. When Tanner Howard, Toby's brother, was released from prison, the two brothers decided to plan a series of robberies against the bank that was about to seize their family's property. Tanner and Toby are divorced from their partners and split custody of their two sons. The siblings must prepare for a showdown with a cunning sheriff who is on the edge of catching them, as well as the dramatic action. But Marcus, a Texas Ranger who is just a few weeks from retirement, stands in their way as they plan their final robbery. The movie also has thrills and a crime drama, therefore it's an action movie that everyone should watch. Number 2. Black Hawk Down. Ridley Scott is the director of this war action film. It is based on the factual book from 1999 about the 1993 American military raid in Mogadishu. The following narrative: 100 U.S. Army Rangers under the command of Captain Mike Steele were dropped by helicopter deep inside the city of Mogadishu in order to catch two of a Somali warlord's top lieutenants. Black Hawk helicopters are utilized to lower the soldiers to the ground, but a surprise extraterrestrial strike knocks two of the helicopters to the ground, igniting a tremendous battle between the Army Rangers, U.S. Special Forces, and hundreds of Somali insurgents. Then, as a massive army of well-armed Somalis attacks the U.S. soldiers, they must fight to reclaim their position. Overall, it's a fantastic film that beautifully depicts the agony of war and is packed with enough action to keep you engaged. Number 1. The Gentleman. Guy Ritchie is the director of this action comedy film. The plot revolves around American businessman Nicky Pearson, who became wealthy in London by starting a large marijuana business. But when news spreads that he intends to sell his company to another American billionaire in order to leave the business, a series of events that involve extortion, deceit, mayhem and murder among street thugs, Russian billionaires, and criminal gangsters who want to take his empire. For those who don't know, Guy Ritchie directed this movie. He is renowned for making gripping action thrillers, and I'm a great fan of his work. His past movies include Wrath of the Man, Sherlock Holmes, and The Man from U.N.C.L.E. This movie is yet another success from him, and is definitely worth seeing. That is all for today. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to our channel to view future videos about suggested movies and television shows.